Go ahead.
A very warm good afternoon to the peoples who have joined us at this Facebook Live session. I am Simran Prajapati, pursuing second year in Bachelor's of Computer Application from United College of Education, which is affiliated to Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University, New Delhi. I feel glad as I got this opportunity of becoming moderator in today's expert session. On behalf of United College of Education, I would like to welcome our honorable guest, Mr. Deepak Kumar Jha, who is currently working with Kavi Insight, a renowned market research and consulting firm as Associate Vice President Data Science. He has more than 12 years of experience in the field of market research, business intelligence, data science, and analytics. Mr. Kumar has a keynote speaker at several industrial forums and conferences. He regularly conducts workshops, training programs in the field of analytics, data science, market research, or for corporate professionals and students.
Okay, so thank you, Simran. First of all, a very good afternoon to everyone who are joining us for this live session. And thanks to United Group of Institutions for inviting me for this talk. Though I love interacting with the students or face to face, but since this is a pandemic time and we cannot do that, so this digital medium is also good. And we all are actually utilizing these mediums for regular interactions with the students and professionals across. Since this time is tough and it is a hard battle for each one of us. So this is the time where we should be staying motivated. And as the saying goes that when the time gets tough, the tough gets going, right? So we all should try hard and let's stay motivated and feel energetic so that we can get out of this as soon as possible. So I will love to have the discussion further. So, okay, Simran, so go
Thank,
ahead.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for encouraging our students. So now I will go ahead and ask some questions from you on today's topic, which is data science and market research.
Sure.
So first of all, I would like to ask, can you please tell us about your journey in data science and market research?
Yeah, as far as my journey is concerned, I am in this industry since last 12 years and I have been with several market research agencies and consulting firms. The journey has been very good. Data science is very interesting and nowadays it has become, you can say, a hot cake for everyone. Market research domain is utilizing data because that is the work they do. In market research, the core of everything is the data. Like we collect different types of views from people, we gather data on different topics for the different you can say different types of clients or industries, and we generate insight out of that. So that is why market research is very you can say wide field, and I have been working on several types of assignments, domestic assignments, international assignments, and it has been a wonderful journey till now. So overall it has been a great journey. Right from the beginning, I started my career in somewhere in 2008 after passing out from college. I'm a computer science professional, so I was very new in this industry because the computer science was not utilized at that point of time heavily, but gradually it started in last 10 years. It has been a fantastic, and now everything is becoming you can say computer savvy or a digital platform oriented. So that's how it has been till now.
Okay. So moving on to the next question, how one can enter in the field of data science?
Good question. Like this is the question I most of the time whenever I visit the college or any kind of conferences, many students comes to me and they say that, sir, I want to enter into the data science and what skill set should I have and what kind of things we can do. So let's first and foremost, you need to understand as a student that what a data science field is all about. Now, data science comprises different types of role and that vary across organizations. It is not something one, right? So for example, if I tell you that there are so many roles, like for example, there are data engineer, data analyst, business analyst, data visualizer, or data scientist. So there are so many different roles. Now, these roles are actually loosely connected, or we can say that there are different types of skill set which is required. So you have to first understand about your own interest, what kind of a students you are. If you are a programmer, if you love programming, and you have a very solid foundation of mathematics and computer science, then you can become data engineer. but that's not the end, because many of the people thinks that programming is very important and you have to have understanding of the platform and those high level programming languages, then only you can become a data science. You can enter into the data science, but that's not true. There are different types of roles. Suppose if you are not good at a programming, but you are good at identifying the problems, your business acumen is good, so certainly you have chance. You can become a business analyst. Suppose you are good at statistics, right? You understand algorithms and you can decode the problems and you can try to solve it using statistics, then definitely you have a chance of becoming a data scientist. So there are different roles. Based on your understanding, based on your foundational background and the kind of interest you have, you can enter into the data science field. There are so many other examples also, and there are, you can say, different types of resources available where you can train yourself to becoming suitable for particular role. So first try to identify where your interest lies and how and why you want to enter into this particular field. That is very important.
So, sir, what skill sets are required for getting into the data science field?
Okay, good question. Skill set. See, the core of the skill set, like I said, there are different types of roles. So these roles demand different types of skill set. Now, as a fresher, you might not have everything. And since you, most of the time, the college graduates should explore themselves. They should be testing themselves that where their actual interest is. So core remains same. So first and foremost is the problem solving skills. You should be able to decode the problem, and good foundation of mathematics and statistics is very much required. So if your mathematics are good and you are good at stats, and up to 10th standard everybody is actually you can say study mathematics, so we all know that all those basic formulas, etc. So you should having a solid foundation of that. Apart from that, some tools knowledge is required. Now this is very, you can say, debatable topic, that which tools and what kind of tools, that we will come a later part of this conversation. So but some basic tools understanding is very much required. So skill set first is your problem solving skill, understanding of mathematics and statistics, that's very important. Some programming background, because we will be using like different types of a programming platform, or you can say tools where the programming is required, so that is very important. And after that, the good attitude. Good attitudes is the core of everything, because you should be able to listen what other people are saying to you, and listening skills is very important. Until unless you will not listen the problem, you will be not able to provide solution. And as a student, you have to be very much adaptable, because the organization work in totally different way. The things which you are learning in the college might not be exactly replicated into industry, right? Understand? So industry have different types of, you can say, different types of you can say working environment, different types of a problem. So you need to understand, and you are supposed to be a employable, you can say, a student or a professional. So somebody can train you, somebody can give you the knowledge, you should be acquiring that and gradually improving yourself day by day. So these are the some of the common skill set which is required to enter any field, especially in the data science, because I talk about the programming, etc. So that is required. But this core skills of adaptable nature, good attitude, you can say learning, you can say learnability, or you can say that these kind of things are very much required. Okay.
Okay, sir. So, sir, as you said, the tools are needed. So, which tools one should learn?
Okay, there is a very, you can say, so many people get confused when somebody asks them that you want to enter. I will take 4-5 minutes to actually, I want to explain this in detail, because tools is the one. Because if you ask someone that, are are you really interested in data science? Then they'll say yes. Then what are you doing? I'm learning this particular tool. So people will come up with, like, for example, I am learning R, or I'm learning Python, or I'm learning some kind of other tools, right? So tools are important, but you have to understand that tools are the way or a platform to solve the problem, right?
Yes.
You are solving the problem with the help of tools. So tools become important, but not tools are not only things is not true. you should be understanding that what problem you are trying to solve. That is the first thing. If you know the algorithm step by steps, then you can use any of the tools. Definitely there are n number of tools available. Every tool has their own capability, and as a student you cannot learn everything. To start with, you have to start with at least one tool, any tool, right, as per your choice. If you have good understanding of programming, if you're a good programmer, you're going to start with Python. For example, Python is a very easy language in comparison to other tools. Like as a computer science student or even a school level, if you have learned certain kind of a programming, then Python is something you can adapt very easily. So start with one tool and try to solve whatever mathematical problem or a kind of a, you can say, algorithms are there. Try to prove this, take some data sets, utilize that, and get some solutions out of that, and gradually build yourself. If you are able to master one tool, any other tool will be very easy for you to learn, because then the only the change of syntax happen, right? The way you are writing in one tool, and you are, when we are moving to the other tool, what you do, you just learn the how I will write this particular function in that particular tool. That's it, right? And also then the capability emerges. Like for example, some tool have a some kind of a special features which is not available in the tools. You will gradually learn this. So tools are important, but not all tools. You are not supposed to learn everything. You start with one tool, and then there are different types of tools. For example, in data science, what happens? One is the statistics part where you are doing the analyzing. Second is a visualization part where you are actually representing your result. So two tools is important. One for the, you can say, analyzing the data, another for the visualizing the data. Okay. So if I take some examples, and for college level, you might not get all the tools available to you. And this is very important information which I want to share. There are many tools which is, see, two types of tools are coming in the market. One is a open source tool, right? Open source tools means which tools which are free. Like for example, R, Python, etc. are free. Anybody can download, anybody can utilize themselves, and you can use it. Another is a commercial tools, right? Commercial tool where the companies is purchasing, and there is a huge money involved because you have to purchase that tool. But there are a lot of, you can say, facilities available for academician and students. If I take an example of a tool called Tableau, Tableau is a very important tool for making dashboards, visualization. Industry like Tableau is a very in demand. It's a huge tool right now, and it's very costly for the organization. But you will be surprised that Tableau offers a free license to every student who has an iCard for 1 year, and the software is completely free for the students, and full software. It's all, not about that only the part of the some kind of a sample, or you can say demo version. No, completely. So as a student you can get these tools. If I talk about another tools called IBM SPSS, this is very important tool for statistics. It's very costly tool for organizations, but still they have the additions for students. uh, Organization can acquire, colleges can acquire these tools. These are the very easy tools to learn, you can say, explore. So as a student you should be able to download these tools, be aware, learn about these things, how these tools are actually coming into the market, what is the new version. Try to use this whenever you are doing some kind of a college projects. Take your projects onto these tools, solve it through, and then present your result. That will be it. So that is why these tools are very important. So learning these tools are really good for you, and it will be good for your future also.
Okay, sir. So my next question is open source software is best for doing data science?
Like I said, open source software are something good to start with. Definitely it is good because it's open source, so it is free for everyone. They can use it. And since as a students our pockets are very small and you are not supposed to spend good money, so that is why for students open source tools are very good. And then there is a challenges also, because when it is open source there's no control, right? So for example, if I take you can say descriptions of R is a very specialized tool for doing statistics or data science. Now, if you will use R, you will notice that for doing one simple thing, R has different types of functions available. In the language of R, it is called packages. So when it is open source, anybody is doing their research, they are building some package, they are uploading it, it is available for you. As a student, you might not be able to understand that which one is better for you, right? Similar thing is happening in Python also. There are n number of libraries. We call it libraries in Python, right? So to utilizing the open source tool, you should have a proper guidance, right? The guide can be your faculty members, the guide can be of any of your corporate connect. So whenever you are using open source tool, you be cautious about that which function you are using. And you can say, then you will ask me that how should I select which one to use, for example. So then go with the mass. So see the mostly used packages, which are the packages where most of the people are using, then that definitely that will be helpful for you. So decode your problem and see that which all tools are available. Then there are a lot of free resources available right now online. Everything is online, right? So most of some people comes to me and they ask me that which online courses should I do, so how much money I should invest, which course I should buy. I first tell them, do not invest a single rupees in any of the course until or unless you are sure that that course is going to help you. Now somebody can ask me that how will I, without doing the course, how will I know that this course will help me or not, right?
Yes.
The first thing is that you have to actually look for the open source, you can say open source or freely available resources. So go in YouTube as a student, just log in on YouTube, search that particular keyword, that which things you want to learn. There will be so many videos. Look for the authentic videos. Authentic video is the videos which is coming from the people who has good number of followers first. Second is which coming from the universities professors who are good, they have the depth knowledge. Of course they are professor, they are teachers, they know more than anybody else. So learn about your own topic of interest into that. First see that whether you are able to do it, and then there are lot of trial versions are also available of the software which you are targeting right now. Download that, try to solve small data sets problem into that, because it's a data science that we are talking about right now. So I'm taking a reference from data science only, and try to solve and then validate yourself. So online presence is very important. Getting the knowledge from the free resources are first required. When you are comfortable and you think that yes, this is the field I want to pursue, this is the topic I want to learn, then search for the paid courses, right? And then there are portals which provides totally free courses, right? So utilize your time into that, do some research, talk to your friends, talk to your teachers, talk to your professionals, and ask them that they will suggest you. And when you are sure, then only go and invest in something. Because one more fact I want to share, that most of the people do not actually complete any of the online courses, right? People
Yes.
start, but they don't finish it. And online courses, if you will notice, everybody asks the payment at the beginning because they know that you are not going to complete it. And this is the problem. So before putting money, you should be knowing. And nowadays, if I talk of some of the examples, like for example, udemy.com, you go and you find a lot of courses and very easily available and very, you can say, minimal amount you need to pay. They are providing complete course content and sample videos. So go learn that, understand that you are able to follow the presenter, you are able to follow the course material, and then select the course, right? So I just mixed the two discussion, like open source software and the online teaching, which, but this is important. So definitely open source software is the future. Open source software is very good. Once you are in organization, you will get chance to work on open source as well as commercially paid software, which you will not be able to do it during your college days, but that will give you the confidence that you can work on any kind of a software.
Okay. So, sir, is knowledge of programming is must for entering in data science?
Oh, good question. Knowledge of programming. If I first say that, like I said, that there are different types of role. Programming is compulsory for some roles, right? For example, a data engineer, a programming is must. If he don't know how to write program, he will not be able to create a platform. But programming is not end of the world, right? I myself was not a good programmer in my college days. I never enjoyed programming. because somewhere I thought that no, I'm not made for this. Yeah, definitely I passed all my papers with good marks in programming, but still I didn't enjoy it. Nowadays, if I compare, at that point of time when we were graduating and we were trying to enter into the field, there were certain limitations that you are a Java programmer or you are a .NET programmer and you will be in a web development. So programming was must, right? As a computer science student, every computer science student is expected to be a good programmer. But that is not the real scenario nowadays. Programming has become, I will not say that obsoleted. Of course, programming is important. The softwares are built using the programs, but you are not supposed to know the 100% or hardcore programming to enter into the data science, because the rules varies. So if you want to become a data scientist and if you have a fair understanding about programming, but very solid understanding of algorithms, okay, if you have a solid understanding of mathematics, statistics, you are through, right? For example, in data science we use machine learning algorithms, right? Implementation of the machine learning algorithms, you need certain kind of a programming language, understanding of that, but there are packages which you can directly utilize. So interpretation of the result becomes more important than writing certain kind of a code. Okay, so definitely programming is important, but if you, even if you don't know the programming, still you can enter into data science and gradually learn, and you will be able to learn what is required, not everything, right? Understood? So this is why I'll say that programming is important, but not, it's not like that if you don't know the programming you cannot do the data science. You can have business analytics, you can utilize certain kind of tools. There are a lot of drag and drop tools also, where you don't have to write a syntax, you just drag the function, input your data and get the result. As long as
Yes.
you are following those results, you are getting insights out of that, you are actually getting the results and converting into the solution for the business problem, you are through. Okay, so programming is important, but programming is not everything.
Yes. So, sir, as right now everyone is looking for internship. So, how to get internship with data science and market research
Okay,
agencies?
good question. Definitely, this is a very valid question right now. Internships are important to enter into market research industry. And I haven't talked about what market research role, because our discussion was mainly focused on the data science. So I'll just brief you about that, what market research agency does and where is the internship opportunity lying and who all can apply, right? Mostly market research agencies have a three different types of you can say three or four different types of roles. One is a client service team who does the research, who are the client facing team, right? So there we need somebody with a management background, right? There we need somebody with an MBA degree, or maybe MBA professionals, or maybe sometimes the BBA professionals also, those who are from the management side. If you talk about there are data collection team, that is altogether a different types of you can say skill set required with those who are collecting the data. Nowadays everything is online, right? So we have the survey programmers who design surveys, online surveys, and then we collect data through those surveys. Then comes the data science team, or you can say data analytics team, right? Do the people who are analyzing those data. So internship lies in all the domains. So if you are having a good acumen of the, you have the solid understanding of the current scenario, business, or different types of, you can say, marketing, you can say campaigns, etc. So little bit of that knowledge, and also you have certain kind of tools knowledge. Like for example, Excel is very good. If you are good at Excel, you are through for the, you are okay for the, you can say internship role. So you can find out in these various agencies, there are n number of agencies. If you Google it, you will get to know that these are the top agencies. They are definitely post their requirement for internship, so you can apply for that. And also apart from that, there are consulting firms where the you can say opportunity for internship is lying. Nowadays if you are getting work, you should be getting it unpaid. Internship are mostly right now because people are not paying. As long as you are getting yourself inside an organization, you should be happy. Do not think that you will get paid and usually that will come gradually. Once acquiring knowledge is very important, getting the corporate environment is very important. Nowadays the new normal is like a work from home. Many people are doing work from, we all are doing work from home, so you have to cope up with that. So be responsible whenever you're getting the opportunity to work on something, or you can say enhance your knowledge on something. and then grab that opportunity. So that is why internship opportunity is lying in the data science team with the people with a good, solid communication skill, good understanding of the fundamentals, and certain kind of a tools. Excel is fine. If you know a little bit of R and Python or SPSS or some other tools, that's also fine. These are the only the basic requirements. So apply for that and you will get. LinkedIn right now, professional networking on LinkedIn is very important. Read about, follow the right hashtag. This is very important for every student right now. Join the right group and see, because the passive learning is also equally important than the active learning. Now, what passive learning means, that suppose you are on a social media and you are just browsing through. So if you are following the right hashtag or right kind of a group, they are posting certain kind of things. So if you are going through by that, something is coming in your subconscious mind and that is there, right? So the passive learning is happening. Your awareness level will grow and then accordingly, right? So that is why look for the good opportunities. They are existing right now also in this tough time also. Just you have to keep your eyes open, have the right connect with the people, and interact with the corporate professional, and you will definitely get through with that.
So, sir, as COVID pandemic is now all over the world globally, so what is the future of data science after COVID-19?
Yes, every industry is facing right now this particular pandemic or a tough time, I can say. Similarly, data science is also facing, market research agency is also facing, because market research agency used to do everything face to face most of the time, right? We used to interact with people to get their opinion. That is not possible. So things are shifting digitally. Technology is playing the major role, whether it is, you can say, uh, creating an environment for a digital connect, or creating an environment for, you can say, work from home culture or anything. Everything is totally new normal, basically, which we are calling. Now, as long as the future of data science, obviously bright, because if you see during the pandemic also, there are a lot many people who are generating a lot of visualization dashboard using the COVID data, right? People are utilizing different types of tools to bring those dashboards and how the cases are rising, etc. So data is there and people are analyzing. Whether this is pandemic is right now going, some in some days it will end, next time whenever we will be becoming, you can say, environment will become normal, everybody will get back to their job, things will be there. Need of data scientists will definitely exist, right? Data science future is bright right now because it's an upcoming field. New, every day new tools are in the market, new people are joining, or you can say new types of problem is being identified, solved by the people. So that is why the future is very bright. Every student should try themselves right now, and then don't be in the mad rush, because what is happen what generally happens with the students, that if somebody is doing some course, let me do it, right? Most of the students, oh, you are becoming a data scientist, I will also try, I will also join, right? These are the madness happening across colleges or industry. Sometimes they become there are lots of fear. Oh, recession is coming, I will not get the job, my seniors are not getting the job, those who have been passed out, people are losing their job. Definitely these problems will be existing there, but all those people who have a solid understanding of the fundamentals, they are good, they are doing, evolving themselves day by day, encouraging themselves and their peer group, doing the joint projects. In that way they will sustain. So even if there is a challenging times ahead, even if there are a lot of problems existing across the globe, but still hope is there, right? We all will come through with this, and definitely things will be very much fine.
Okay, sir. Sir, it's look like we have covered all the questions. So, is there anything else you want to?
So
Uh,
closing remark, I will just briefly summarize what our discussion
sure.
was all about, so that this will be good for all those students who might have joined late and we might not have followed since the beginning. So like we said, data science is very important. Data is everywhere in every field. This is not limited to one particular industry, one particular domain. Data is everywhere. Every company is utilizing their data to generate insights. So that is why opportunity is, you can say, on a bigger scale. So all those students who wants to try themselves into the data science field, they have to understand that they should be knowing all those basic fundamentals of mathematics, statistics, little bit of programming language, some of the tools like Excel, Python, R, learn about these things. Be yourself, keep yourself updated with the new happening in the industry. Prepare yourself for this particular, you can say, upcoming time. Now, since the time is tough right now, so you need to do, actually, the competition has actually increased, right? So people who were in the job, and you might be competing with them, right? You might be competing with them. So when you are passing out, you are looking for some interesting opportunity, look for the wider domain. So gain all those kinds of required knowledge, prepare yourself, have the always the positive attitude, bring something on the table, impress whomsoever is interviewing you. Okay, learn more, read lots of books, because that is very important, because books are the core source of knowledge. Definitely online things are in the place, but not everybody is comfortable learning from ebooks. So physical books are still existing. You should be learning about those things. So keep yourself updated, and positive attitude, that is very important. So these things will be very much relevant for data science industry specific, or for any industry. Okay, so that will, it was really, I think we have almost 32 minutes, 35 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
So
we are good to go then.
thank you, sir.
So
Thank you
thank
so
you so
much.
much. It was really pleasure talking to you. And once these things will restore, things will be in place, I will love to come to college also, and
Yeah,
interact
sure.
with all of you face to face. And I hope, and if any one of you wants to connect with me personally, okay, so you can get in touch with Simran, and she can give you my email ID. You can post all your queries to my email ID. You can follow me on, you can say, various social media platform also. So I will love to answer. And if anyone is looking for some kind of a guidance into their internship, etc., you are free to question me, and I will love to answer. Okay, so thanks for having me today, and stay safe right now, and it's a very challenging time, and stay motivated, keep yourself hydrated or fit and healthy, and we all will come out of this pandemic. So all the best, all of you. Thank you very much.
So, sir, in the end, I would like to thank our CEO, ma'am, Ms. Mona Puri, and our UGI uh, team to give me this and you also a wonderful opportunity to interact here in this live session. And
Yes.
thank you everyone to join here, and we will see
Yes,
you next
my
time.
extended thanks to both of them. And it was pleasure talking to you. Thanks, Imran. You have been too good, and looking forward to see you in person also. Okay. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.